Hello and welcome to the Pixel Street Podcast, episode 74 for the week of August 30th, 2019. My name is Joel Campos, and as always, I am joined by the man who has pre-ordered Overwatch on Switch 5 times, John Hansen.
Pretty excited.
I mean, it's not even confirmed, technically.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. As always, send us topics via email by emailing pixelstreetpodcast@gmail.com. But honestly, nobody's ever emailed that, so do it on Twitter at PixelStreetPod.
Just hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, you can literally just tweet at us anytime, or look out for the tweet. We usually post it the night before we record, which is typically Tuesday nights. That it gets posted on Twitter, that we're looking for topics, which right now we have no topic, but we're going to try and wing something maybe. We'll see how we're doing on time. Check out our Facebook by searching for Pixel Street Podcast over there. And as always, we are on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast now, including Spotify.
We did it.
Round of applause.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't do it sooner. It was actually super easy. I think the reason is because up until a month or two ago, you could not upload to Spotify from a SoundCloud RSS feed. Okay. And our podcast is hosted on SoundCloud, and I think that there was some beef between the two before, probably because they're competitors. So I don't know what was up with that, but it was pretty simple to do, so we did that. Yeah, we enjoy having new people follow our content, and we hope to keep you around. With that in mind, we plan on having another giveaway. I think it's safe to say we should do another one either when we hit 100 followers on Twitter or when we're on our 100th episode. What do you think of that?
We'll talk about it.
I mean, we're at 74, so
yeah.
We're not that far.
Can we hit 100 followers before we hit 100 episodes? We're at 49 right now.
Maybe the same day. Let's try.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. We'll give away two games if that happens.
2 games if that all right. Oh, man.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. This week, we are going to be talking about a bunch of things, including, as we said before, the Overwatch Switch kind of leak, I guess you could say. Telltale Games being revived in some way. And Blizzard suing a Chinese game company over its Warcraft ripoff, among other things. Yeah, that being said, John, let's get into the new games that we're excited about.
All right. Well,
this website is fucked.
Yeah, it is. The biggest thing to talk about, though, that releasing today, as this podcast goes out, will be the Dark Anthology's Man of Medan, or Man of Medan. So that's...
Are you getting that?
I originally was. I had to cancel my pre-order, though, because I needed money. But this is the game made by Supermassive. They're the makers of Until Dawn, and this game will be available on PS4, Xbox, and I think PC. But it's pretty much Until Dawn, a different story. It'll be $30, so if you're interested in Until Dawn or just looking for a horror game before October comes around, be sure to take a look at this. I did see something that, since it's the Dark Picture Anthology, the sequel has already been teased for next year, because I guess they're planning on releasing a new one every year. So that's pretty cool.
So are they all included with this one purchase, or do you got to buy the next one?
I believe they're separate games.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why I was confused with the $30 price point. Also, I had no idea this was an Xbox game.
Yeah, it is. So Supermassive had a deal with Sony for Until Dawn, and that deal ran out, and now they're just putting it everywhere. Not Until Dawn, but Man of Medan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, I think that I just thought it was exclusive to PlayStation because of the Until Dawn.
Yeah, no, it's not. With the site kind of messing up here, I don't really know what else is coming out.
Let's see if we can. Blair Witch, that's coming out tomorrow?
Yep, Blair Witch is coming out tomorrow. Well,
technically the day the podcast airs. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Friday the 30th.
That is also releasing on Game Pass as it releases. So
Metacritic, new and upcoming video games. If the site will load. Astral Chain.
Oh,
tomorrow.
That's coming up. Oh,
the 30th.
That one snuck up on me.
Are you getting that?
No, but I know there's a lot of hype around it.
Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow we have a lot of things. Technically, August 30th, you have Man of Medan, Blair Witch, Astral Chain. Pokemon Masters is out today on iOS. I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's. Did you watch the Pokemon conference that they announced Pokemon Sleep on?
Yeah, I don't remember what this was though.
This was the one that you play. It's like 3 people. It's like 3v3, and you choose one of the trainers from the game. So you could choose like Red, and it's whatever partner Pokemon they have. So if you had Red, it'd be Charizard. If you chose Brock, it'd be Onix. You're not really like catching Pokemon, I guess. You're like gathering the trainers themselves.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. On September 3rd is Catherine Full Body, which is kind of a remake of the old Catherine game, I guess.
Also September 3rd, you got Final Fantasy VIII Remastered coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, apparently. Spyro coming to Switch, same date, September 3rd. Torchlight 2 coming to Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, September 3rd as well. Other
Monster
big one
Hunter
is
World Iceborne, September 6th.
That and Gears 5, September 6th. September 6th for Gears 5. Edition. If you have Ultimate Edition or Game Pass.
Yep.
Same thing. But yeah, I'm real NBA 2K20, which if you are excited for it, you already know when it comes out.
Yeah, right.
Like no need for you to listen to this podcast because we won't be talking about it.
No.
But yeah, Gears 5, I'm super hyped, and we'll talk about some Gears stuff when we get into the games we're playing.
For sure.
Yeah, John, you want to break down the free Xbox Live Games with Gold this month?
All right, so as you're listening to this, you have one more day to claim Gears of War 4. If you're looking to get caught up before 5 comes out, be sure to do that. Or if you have Game Pass, don't really worry about it. Until September 15th, you can get Forza Motorsport 6. And on the 360 side of things, you can get Castlevania Lords of Shadow. The games for next month were announced. For the whole month of September, Hitman, the complete first season, will be available. I definitely recommend it. It's a great game. From September 16th to October 15th, We Were Here. On the 360, Earth Defense Force 2025 will be in the first half of September, and in the second half will be Tekken Tag Tournament 2. On the PlayStation side, right now you can get Wipeout Omega Collection and Sniper Elite 4, and for September, Batman Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3 is available.
Yeah, those are all great lineups for both consoles.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I never played Hitman the first season, or even Hitman 2, even though I think technically I own it on Steam. So I think there was a price error, so I picked it up. But yeah, I'll definitely try Hitman because I know that there's a lot of big fans of that game.
Yeah, I played it when it was on Game Pass, and for a guy that really is not into stealth games, I enjoyed myself. They're just giant maps for you to just kill your target in so many different ways. It's very inventive. It's very creative. There's a lot there, and I really enjoyed how they put it together.
Yeah, and then on the Twitch side, we don't have the new games announced for September yet. But if you're listening to this podcast the day it comes out, you can still download Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap, Pumped BMX Pro, Mabel and the Wood. We need Connor here. I don't know how to say this. He corrects me every time.
Atomachef.
Atomachef, there you go. And then we are going to keep telling you until September 24th, which is coming up. You can get free 12 months of Nintendo Online with Twitch Prime. And that does stack with your current non-family account. Which I think I should do because I think mine is up for renewal soon. Because it was like a year ago that came out, right?
Yeah, it's getting really close.
Yeah. Anyway, with all those free games, let's get into what we've been playing. John, Start us off.
All right, so first of all, I am reviewing Control for a website. This is the new Remedy game.
What site? Can you say?
Yes, if I can remember. It's killafreegames.com, I want to say.
Okay.
I'm writing for so many sites right now. But
yeah, I know. That's why I want you to, clarify.
Yeah, Killa Free Games, I believe. Be sure to just check out my Twitter at Revic Shadows when I put that up. I'm planning on having it done by the end of this weekend. But in the meantime, I've been playing it, and this game is brilliant. It is awesome. So if you don't know, you're playing as this girl named Jessie, who, when she was younger, her and her brother witnessed some kind of paranormal event. I'm not to a point where they've explained it yet or anything. But I guess this company, they're called Control, they took her brother, so she's been hunting them down forever. So it's been 17 years. Now she finally gets to the base where they are located, and everyone inside has been taken over by this paranormal thing called the Hiss. Where I'm at right now, there's a ton of questions. That I'm just kind of weeding through everything right now. They have a ton of collectibles that I need to start going over. I did see that someone tweeted that they definitely recommend reading through the collectible stuff. So I need to get around to doing that, but there's a ton of them laying around. But the game plays great. It feels great. You have this gun that automatically reloads. You never run out of ammo. It's just a pistol, but you can change its form into an automatic pistol, and there's other little add-ons and things for it. You have this force push power that you can just pick up anything in the environment and throw it at enemies. The dash move is awesome. You're using that force push to launch yourself forward, and it feels great. The game is just really awesome. When I get closer to the end, I'll really be able to tell if it's in running for my game of the year so far. But where I'm at in the game right now, probably about 5 or 6 hours in, the game is absolutely brilliant.
How long are people saying this game takes to beat?
I haven't looked it up at all because I am going to be reviewing it, so I'm just going in blind.
If I look it up right now, do you want me to not say?
Well, you can look up the time. I don't care about that.
Okay, the main story on howlongtobeat.com says 10 hours,
okay.
And main with extras says about 11 and a half. Keep in mind there's not that many people that have reported yet because it's a new game.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it could be a couple shorter, could be a couple longer.
Yeah, I'd say probably for to do everything in the game, I'd guess around 15 to 20.
Probably. There's quite a few branching side missions, and from what I've seen, it's kind of like a Metroidvania where you're going to be coming back to areas a lot. One thing you get as you progress through the game is higher security clearance levels. Right now I'm only at 2nd level, so you'll just be walking by doors that will say security level 3, 4, 2, 1, and if you get it, you can go in. Sometimes there's collectibles, sometimes there's materials for you to get to craft things, and there's a lot to the game, and I don't know. So far, I'm just loving it. It's great.
So far, with what you've played, would you say it's a $60 game?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, because I've been seeing people say that they don't think it's worth $60 just because of how short it is, which I don't agree with personally, as a standard by the hour length.
No.
But one of my good friends, he's very adamant that if a game's, not 30, 40 hours, then it's not worth the money.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think just the quality that this game has, the way it plays and everything. The only bad thing I can say about it right now is every now and then there's a little stutter in it, but it's really few and far between, and sometimes when you pull up the map, you're not actually pausing the game. The game still plays while you're pulling it up. Sometimes it doesn't load in right. And besides that, it's flawless so far for me. Like, I haven't had any bad glitches, no bugs or anything. It's a very well put together game.
Yeah, that's the power of the Xbox One X, though, Johnny boy.
Yeah.
All that stuff aside, like, you're a big fan of Remedy games, right?
I am of Alan Wake and Quantum Break. I haven't ever played Max Payne, but I hear good things about them.
Well, that's where my question was going to come in. Do you think so far of what you played, do you think this is going to rank better than those two, or is it somewhere in the middle? Of those 3 games, right now, of how much you've played, where do you think this sits?
Man, that's hard because all 3 are very good games, I think.
And I feel like they're probably all pretty similar in playstyle.
This one is probably a little closer to Quantum Break than it is Alan Wake. Because that one, in Alan Wake, you were using a flashlight to expose these shadow demons and then shooting them up. In Quantum Break, you were using different time powers to stop things and just all this time stuff. This one, you're using, like, pretty much the Force, like from Star Wars. Yeah. So it in a way, yeah, the like gunplay is as good as those other games. But you're doing so many different things. I feel much more limber, more free to like move around in this game than I did in the other ones.
Is that because you can fly around?
Yeah, because you can fly around, and it's essentially an open world, even though you're in a closed environment. You're in this building, but you can go wherever you want, whenever you want, where the other games were much more linear.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely intrigues me, just knowing the premise of the entire game. But like I said, I've not watched any, really gameplay of it other than like E3 demos or something. So I definitely got to go on Twitch or Mixer and check some gameplay out before I decide if I want it or not.
Yeah, no. So far, I definitely recommend it. If you've ever played any of Remedy's games and you've enjoyed them in the past, definitely give this game a try.
Right on. Well, yeah, like I said, I am intrigued by it, but I think I might wait for a sale just because I've been playing so much. I'll just go right into kind of what I've been playing, which is I played through all of Gears 3, and I am through 3 of the 5 acts in Gears 4. Like I've been saying on the podcast the past few months, I'm playing through the games before Gears 5 comes out. I played through Judgment, and now 1, 2, and 3, and I'm almost done with 4, so by next week I'll be done with 4. And man, I just love those games, and it's cool playing through them because you get to see how they progress, like in terms of storytelling and like graphic fidelity. Granted, like we played Gears 1, the Ultimate Edition, so that was up-resed and remastered for the Xbox One. But Gears 2 and 3 looked surprisingly great with the Xbox One X enhancements. And then Gears 4 is just... it's amazing how good it looks. It looks so nice. And I can only imagine Gears 5 will look even better than that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, playing through the stories makes me real excited for the 5th one. I really can't wait for that. Are you excited for Gears 5?
Yeah, so in the past I was never much of a Gears fan, but after playing through them in the last year, I'm pretty excited for 5. I'm definitely getting it because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for them to like put up a thing where you can pre-install it before it releases. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. Definitely interested in the story. I love the story trailer that they recently released at Gamescom.
That's the thing, is they are geniuses at making trailers for Gears games. They're so good.
Yeah.
Like even if you watch the first Gears of War trailer, that trailer sold me on the fucking game. I remember watching that thing like over and over, like my freshman year of high school, just excited for that game. But yeah, you can watch all of them and they all look great in terms of the story trailers they came out with. They always have great songs for them.
Yeah.
But I really hope Gears 5, I don't understand why they got rid of War, but maybe we'll find out once we play through the story, because it's just called Gears 5 now. I really hope the story is better than 4 was, because man, 4's story is not that good.
Nah, well, storytelling in all of the Gears games aren't particularly great.
But I mean, Gears of War 3 was pretty good, I thought.
After playing it recently for the first time and not having that nostalgia thing, there's some bad writing in there. It has.
Don't get me wrong; they all have bad writing.
It's got good moments.
Yeah,
great
moments. The moments hit hard. Let's just say that.
But overall, the storytelling in all of the Gears games, not great.
Yeah, I agree. Like, kind of how in Gears 3, it's like, if you kill the emulsion, you kill all the locusts. It's like, okay, it sounds like they didn't think they were making a Gears 4 or something.
Yeah. Oh, look, the swarm is here. They look just like locusts.
Oh my god! I was like asking my buddy who I've been playing through them all with. I was like, "Yo, did these these aren't locusts, right?" He's like, "No, they're the swarm." I was like, "It's like they definitely use like the same character models and like made them look naked or something."
From playing 4, I think it had something to do with. Man, I don't even remember.
It had something to do with they buried all the locust bodies, right?
Yeah.
Because they crystallize and they don't like. I don't know.
It's like crystal emulsion, so it's just back.
Yeah, so it's like a mutated form of locust in a way. I think it is what the swarm technically is. I don't know. So it's like what? They're just never gonna go away now, or what?
Who knows? And somehow Kate's family has a connection to them, like a big connection.
Yeah, and I think that's what Gears 5 is going to be about.
Oh yeah, that's like hardcore what they're going into. Yeah, I'm excited for it. After playing through them, but if I had to choose, I still choose Halo as the better Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah, 100%. I agree there. But I think that the theory going around is that Kate's mom is one of the Queen's daughters, the Locust Queen's daughters.
Mira?
If that makes any sense. Yeah, I can't remember her name, but yeah, sure.
Might be.
Who knows?
I always thought it was weird that she was humanoid.
I never understood that either. Maybe we'll figure out more about that too, if they are related. Because, like, my theory is that the Locust Queen is a human, and she just, well, hold on. What was the story? Oh, the story is that the locusts were always below them, but the reason they were coming up to Earth now is because
of the
emulsion. Yeah. So my theory is that she is a human, and she just figured out about the. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Great storytelling, Gears.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna write themselves out of that hole, but we'll see, I guess. Or maybe they just never will. All right, John. What else have you been playing?
So I've been playing Minecraft again lately. Me and a group of people have started up a realm, and we're just playing through it. And it's fun. It's still Minecraft. They've added a lot of cool stuff into it, though. So my daughter, she's 7, and she's obsessed with Minecraft. So I really took a break from the game because I was nonstop being exposed to Minecraft videos and she wanting to play it. And I was just like, okay, I need a break. But I got a group of people that we made a survival realm and probably have put quite a few chunk of hours into it in the last week or so. I think it's about 12 of us playing on it right now, and like the maximum is like 20. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy just being on my Xbox, and then when I hop off and I'm just gonna go lay down on my bed and watch YouTube, I can just pull it up on my Switch and play there as well. And that also lets me get achievements twice, so I'm always down for that as well.
Oh, so it is crossplay.
Yeah.
Like the servers?
Yeah,
man, I completely
everything except
PS4
and the Java edition has crossplay.
Java edition being like the old PC edition?
Yeah, that's like where it originally came in.
Okay, got you. So you'd have to buy it on the Microsoft Store on your PC. I got you. Okay.
So yeah, it's super simple to get that working. All you do is sign in with your Xbox account and you're good to go.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it works well on both the Switch and the Xbox. I know you can get it on mobile as well. I haven't tried it there, but it's been a lot of fun jumping back into it and seeing everything that I've missed on it.
Yeah, I never got all the way into Minecraft. I would just hop on servers with friends and check it out. But it always seemed cool to me. I mean, especially because like my background is in like architectural design, so I remember going around and just fucking around building buildings and stuff in there.
Yeah, the thing with Minecraft I've spent so many hours on it between its release on 360 and originally on the Xbox One. Just so many days worth of playing both versions that it got to feeling like it was a job. Like I was I was giving myself tasks at the beginning of each play session, and if I didn't complete those tasks, I was like getting mad at myself, and I was like stressing myself out around it. So I like needed a breakaway. But I think I'm doing a much better job of handling it now, and it's awesome because in the past it's always been the main host server. The host of the server has to be on for anyone to play. Well, since it's a realm, you can get on whenever. And
okay, that was gonna be one of my questions too. Because I remember back in the day, it was the reason we didn't get too into it is because it was one person's world, and if they weren't on, you just couldn't play on that world.
Yeah, to do the realms part of it, the person who makes it has to pay like $5 a month. And then like up to 20 people can be in the world at one time. I'm not sure if that's 20 overall or if you can have like 15 people on one day and then the next day a different set of 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you can get on whenever, even when the host isn't on, and just work on your own things. And so like what we're doing is we've got it set up that where the Z coordinates is the like north and south coordinate. If you're in the positive, you're on one side, and the negative is on another side. So we've got like 6-on-6, like just building up stuff and like kind of working as independent countries against each other. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it a lot, and I think hopefully this will be going for a while and we can do some pretty cool stuff.
All right, John, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, your mic cut out for me. That was weird. Yeah, Minecraft. It's gonna be one of those games that's never gonna change. Like they're never gonna come out with a Minecraft 2. It's just gonna be Minecraft. At least I think.
Oh yeah, they'll just keep adding on to it.
Didn't they cancel the 4K texture pack?
Yeah, that was recently canceled, but I mean, who really cares? It's a block.
It's Minecraft.
Game. Yeah.
Minecraft.
They just need to keep adding in new things for people to do, and they've done an amazing job of that so far. Earlier this year, it became the best-selling game ever, and I think those legs of it, them just adding more and more stuff to it, it could dominate that kind of market, especially going into the next console generation.
Yeah, true. Well, moving on, I've been playing a newer game, just came out this week called Wreckfest. Do you know what this is?
I know of it from working at GameStop. I know it released the same day as Control, and it's kind of like a dirt rally kind of thing, right?
So it's a demolition derby game.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. It's something I didn't know about. The person I game share with on Xbox, he actually bought it, and so I hopped on it, and it's actually really cool. Mm-hmm. They just have really cool, like, I don't know, like kind of stunt tracky type races. So like it'll be like a, like complete like 4 laps, but some parts of the track intersect with each other, like a demolition derby would, and you can hit other cars while they're, trying to go through intersections, but like they're further behind on the lap than you. It's just really cool all around. The online is really fun too, because it's pretty active since it just came out. This is actually one of the THQ Nordic games.
All right.
Which they said that they had like 80 in development or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is one of them. Yeah, I'm actually surprised because the graphics are really good. It plays really well. It's real smooth. Yeah, I'll definitely be playing more of it because it's just one of those, like mindless games that you can just play for 10 minutes at a time if you want. It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it.
While working at GameStop, I've had quite a few people ask me about it, and because it originally came out on PC last year, I want to say. Yeah. And the console version got indefinitely delayed before it obviously just came out. So I had a lot of people like asking me about it pretty well, like back in like March or so, up until its release. So definitely one of those games that I don't remember being advertised anywhere, but
Nope, I don't think it was.
But there's definitely there's a fan base there for it.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably keep playing it from time to time. Just one of those mindless games. I think the achievements are real hard to get, though. From what I've heard, I haven't really looked at them, but my buddy I game share with, he said he's like an achievement whore, and he said that they're really hard to get them all. But we'll see. I'll check them out. All right, and our last game, John, it's the same for both of us.
Yeah, been playing more Gears Pop, man.
Dude, I cannot stop playing this stupid fucking game.
Right? It's simple.
it is. It's simple, but it's not, because like there are some, like, sometimes you have to know, because I heard you talking about it last week on the podcast briefly. Mm-hmm. But it's so, like, you have to know what pins, they're called pins, I guess.
Yeah, the characters.
Which character would counteract with other characters, like, depending on what they play. So every time I start a matchup, I just sit there and I let them play like one or two pins first, and then I decide what I'm gonna play. Mm-hmm. But it's so addicting. What's your the little gear score at the top left for ranking up to arenas?
I think I just passed 600 because I just unlocked the third arena.
So today at work I just passed 1400.
Nice.
So I've been playing a lot. I think I just hit level 6 or 7. I think 7. In terms of leveling up. I have not spent any money on the game, and nor do I plan to. It's kind of tempting at times, because like when I was looking at work earlier, they had like a deal where you get like a gold crate and like 300 of the gold currency in the game for like $3. And I contemplated doing that, because then I can exchange the gold for silver, which helps me level up. And it would have gave me 100,000 of the silver coins. So I debated it, but I didn't do it. But you could definitely tell when you're playing somebody online, because the main way to play is versus, or you could play a horde mode with clanmates, which I've been doing a lot of too, because I'm in a full clan. But the versus matches, you could tell when somebody has paid money for the game, for sure.
Oh yeah,
because like I've played the game a lot already, and I haven't paid a dime. And say I have a character who's a level like 4 or something, and like this person I'll be playing will have like every character like level 8, level 9, and it's like clearly this person paid money so that they could upgrade these people. Yeah,
the thing, I spent $10 when it first came out on it to get like 100,000 coins, and I'm still like going through it. I'm at like 80,000 right now.
Oh, nice.
The store there where you actually like buy those coins, it only lets you buy those guys one time, and then it's like on a day cooldown. So it's not like a pay to win thing particularly. I mean, it does.
I mean, it could come back up the next day potentially.
It could, but it is random. So yeah. I don't know. There is like some kind of pay to win thing there, but I don't think it's enough to like really doom this game. So far, I've like I said, I've only paid $10 on it, and I got those coins, and I think it really comes down to how you have your pins set up and your use of those characters in the game more than it does how strong they are, because there are so many different weaknesses that each pin has. And it really matters what order you play them in.
Yeah, because if you click on any pin, it'll tell you 3 strengths it has against other pins and 3 weaknesses it has against it.
And when it's weak, it is definitely weak. It takes like 2 shots to down them.
Yeah, like especially if they have the right set to counteract your entire set, you're screwed, because you could play like 4 pins and they'll be done to like their 1 pin.
Yeah. Probably the thing I love most about it, I think they've done a great job of matchmaking in the game. There's only been a few games that I can think of where I either won or lost. Actually, I don't think I've ever lost 0-3, but I've only won like 3-0 a couple times, and that was like when the game first launched, and I really think the other people just didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, either that or disconnected or something.
Yeah, something like
happens
that.
Sometimes just go AFK.
Almost every game I play is close, like 1-0, 2-1
Dude,
during sudden death. It's
the number
so
of
crazy.
the number of draws I get in this game is insane, and it's so frustrating. Because it's like I have an ink grenade on the fucking turret. If you gave me 5 more seconds, I would win.
Yeah, I've had that. Last night I had a game where I was being overloaded. It was 1-1 and like 5 seconds left. If this guy had like not even 5 seconds more, like 3 seconds more, he would have easily beat me because he was overwhelming me. But time ran out and I barely got a draw. I was so happy.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of matchmaking, it's pretty awesome that I don't have to wait more than like 2 seconds for it to match me with somebody.
Yeah.
Like it does not take long at all.
What phone are you playing it on?
An iPhone XR.
Okay, so I am using a Samsung Galaxy S6, so it's a bit of an older phone. There are times here within the last couple days I've noticed, not so much when it first came out last week, but I get stuttering in the game a bit. Like it lags out for a decent amount of time, a few seconds or so. Have you had any of those issues?
No, I don't think so.
All
it
right.
might just be the fact that it is an older phone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I didn't know for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe like very minor ones, but nothing that I've noticed.
Okay.
But who knows? I mean, I'm sure that they're still optimizing the game as a whole, so
yeah,
maybe they'll fix those kinks.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I'm loving it. I can't stop playing it. My girlfriend rolled over at like midnight last night. She's like, "Hey, you gotta stop playing that game. You're addicted." I was like, "I'm not addicted. I haven't even spent $1 on it yet."
Yeah, the one thing that I don't really like about it is the how it locks you off from earning your rewards for a bit. Because I don't want to pay the emulsion or the gold things to unlock the chests early from when you win. So
yeah.
I've only been playing like 4 wins at a time because that's your limit. And when I get that 4th win, I just turn it off until I'm ready to open them up, and then I play again. So that's probably why you're such higher level or higher arena than I am, because I just stop.
Yeah. I don't pay the gold either, because if you have 4 chests like with timers waiting to be opened, and you try and start a versus match, it'll say, "Hey, you are full on chests. Are you sure you want to play?" And then I just click, "Yeah, I'm sure."
Yeah, see, I don't. I hit that point, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be getting anything for this, so no point.
Yeah. Also, have you played any of the Horde mode?
I haven't yet. I am in.
Oh.
I'm in some clan. It's just some random clan. Okay, real quick, I want to like go into like the friends thing on here. Why is there no Xbox Live friends on this?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I couldn't. I thought there would be.
You got to figure
when
there
I looked
would
through
be.
achievements, but I mean, I guess you just got to know which clan your friends are in. I don't know. I was gonna see if there's a spot open right now for you to join.
But
which there is. If you want to join ours, it's called Spawn Point. 2 words.
All right, yeah, I'll look at it later. But yeah, I just joined a random clan because there's no friends list to like bring your friends in, and I was like, I'm not going through all this of like trying to figure out who is playing and who's not. So I just joined my own, and there's people there. I just haven't invited anyone to a Horde yet.
Yeah, I mean, the Horde mode is pretty cool. I will say it's fun. It does get challenging. There's like different tiers of Horde, I guess you could say. Like you unlock those, I guess the key technically for it, in the boxes as well. Mm-hmm. And there are different tiers. Like I've done tier 1, 2, and 4. I think are the challenge ones I've done. In 4 gets really hard, especially if you have somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, at some point tonight I'll probably give that a try, but the versus mode is great. I love it. I kind of wish they would add in new boot camp challenges.
Yeah, I don't know why they have it. I wonder if it's going to be like I guess it wouldn't be weekly because that would have been today.
Yeah,
right?
It would have already changed out. But no, it's awesome. I love earning achievements for it. I've just been watching YouTube and I hear, boink, achievement unlocked. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I've been definitely searching for those achievements too. Like, because some of them, like, you have to do certain things with certain characters in the game to unlock. So I've been, adding them into my set so that I can try and get those. But yeah, it's a great mobile game.
Yeah,
I don't think it's too. I don't think it's over the top trying to get my money.
No, I don't think so either.
Like, there's no ads or anything.
Yeah, no ads. Just kind of that locking off thing. It just limits your rewards for winning. But real quick before we go to the news, who's your favorite character in it so far?
Favorite character, like, I love Marcus because of how fast he takes all the walls.
Oh yeah,
but
that's my most used one.
Yeah, I use him a lot, but he costs so much power that it's like high risk. It's a high risk to use him right away. But yeah, I don't know. He's probably my favorite.
Yeah, Marcus is the one I've used the most just because he takes over cover so much faster than anyone else. But I also love using Kate because if you just time it right, where you like send her down the lane where the enemy is like more focused on the other one, you can destroy their turret, and it's so good.
Yeah, I also like the shepherds too, the 3 robot guys, the DBs, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
yeah, they're real good in terms of taking people out, especially when they split up. It's pretty cool. But yeah, let's move on and get into some news. All right, John, your Overwatch minute has expanded today, and today only.
All right. You want me to take this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. This is your bread and butter right here.
All right. This is from Mariella Moon of Engadget.com. An Overwatch Switch case raises hopes for a port. So Blizzard might finally bring Overwatch to the Switch a year after the developer admitted that it's a possibility. Gaming tipster Wario64 has posted photos of a black and yellow carrying case for the Switch designed with the Overwatch logo. They came from a PowerA Amazon listing that was quickly taken down when it went viral after being posted on Reset Era. While the item is no longer on Amazon, its description said the accessory was officially licensed by Nintendo and Blizzard Entertainment. So, I guess you're just gonna have me go into this first. This has got it. If this is true that it's officially licensed by Nintendo and Blizzard, that's 100% confirmation that Overwatch is coming to the Switch. There's no way.
And thinking about it, PowerA doesn't make anything unless they have approval. You know what I mean? Any of their licensed stuff. So this, to me, is 100% real. If you look at these pictures, like, it's clearly not like a rendered photo that somebody like made a 3D model online. Like, you can see like if you look at the photo of the front of the case in the Overwatch logo, you can see like part of the plastic peeling off in the middle of that logo if you look closely. So it's like, it's so real, and like there's no point in trying to make it seem like
there's
it's
like
not.
even different angles that it's taken at and everything with the Switch in it and everything. Like, it's 100% this is coming, and I'm excited for it because, like, I want to say last year when I was playing Paladins on the Switch, like, that was just my hero shooter substitute. But now if I can play Overwatch on the Switch, dude, I'm totally in. Just yeah, so cool.
Yeah, it's good. I'm definitely gonna be playing this on my lunch breaks at work. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun to destroy some little Overwatch noobs on their Switches.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think this would be the thing that really pushes me towards getting a Switch fix. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, Switch fix.
Yeah, because I have a Pro controller, but when I'm playing in handheld, I just use the Joy-Cons. But something like this would be a perfect game to get that Switch fix and play on the go with your Pro controller.
Yeah. Any game like this, Fortnite even, is probably a great game for the Switch fix. But yeah, this pretty much leaves no doubt in my mind that Overwatch is coming to Switch. I'd imagine it comes sometime November before the holiday season.
I wouldn't say that. I would say November, when BlizzCon happens, is when it's announced. And I would guess late winter, early spring that it comes out, maybe. Like,
time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, moving on. Telltale Games is being revived. This comes from Colin Campbell at Polygon.com. Telltale Games, which shut down last year, is being revived after its assets were purchased by a company called LCG Entertainment. The new company will sell some of Telltale's back catalog and will work on new games based on a few Telltale associated properties as well as new licenses. The new Telltale is headed by Jamie Ottley and Brian Waddle. Ottley said that some workers from the original Telltale games will be offered freelance roles with full-time positions possible in the future. So that's the gist of it. It's kind of shitty that they're just like, yeah, you can come on as freelancers.
Mm-hmm.
On the games that you were already working on.
Not even all of them, just some of them.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's cool to see that the name was bought and everything, but who knows how this will turn out.
I personally think this will fail. Obviously, they can prove us wrong and everything, but these guys are mobile developers, and that they just haven't. Their only history is with lower mobile games. Let's see. Oddly, most recently was founder and CEO of Galaxy Pest Control, which is best known for licensed games based on Duck Dynasty and Power Rangers. Okay. I don't see that Telltale couldn't get their own engine to work right with their games. I don't see just a random mobile developer coming in and making it work. Also, they don't have The Walking Dead because Skybound bought that back. All they have is Wolf Among Us and Batman. And full rights to the original Telltale game, Puzzle Agent. Remember that game?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
I think that the only way this works is if they hire the people from Telltale that were making the new engine first. Because if you remember, they were making a new engine for their games. And I think, what was it supposed to be running on the new one first? Was it Wolf Among Us 2?
No, it was Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah. So either way, and even that didn't run that great.
No, it didn't. I like Telltale games for what they are. I was just talking with a coworker recently about how I was actually kind of glad that we don't have the episodic releases anymore, because I've been very slowly been playing through Life is Strange 2, and I'm just not crazy about the episodic releases. And
I think the episodic releases would be fine if they were more frequent, once a month at the latest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
they would
Life
go
is Strange is
6
getting
months.
Crazy. Yeah, the last one came out beginning of August, and the next one's in December. That's crazy.
Yeah. And the past episodes are going on Game Pass, so I feel like I wasted my money by pre-ordering it. But whatever, that's a different discussion. I don't know. I don't think this will do anything really. I could see this easily just fading into the background.
Yeah, it could go either way in my mind. On one hand, I think it's cool that, they bought the name and they're kind of giving opportunity to some people who had worked on it to work on stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, it's why only freelance roles? I mean, I don't know. Maybe the company just doesn't have that much money to be hiring on, 20, 30, 40 people.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to let you take the next one because I really don't know much about it, and I'm sure you know more about it than I do.
Oh, I don't know that much, but I think it's worth talking about at least.
Okay.
Night in the Woods studio cuts ties with designer after abuse allegations. This comes from Nicole Carpenter at Polygon.com. Night in the Woods designer and Infinite Ammo co-founder Alec Halauka has been accused of abuse and sexual assault by independent game developer, author, and comics writer Zoe Quinn. Quinn said in a Twitter post on late Monday night that Halauka isolated them for a month in Winnipeg, Canada, where he sexually assaulted and used abusive language against Quinn. On Wednesday, the other developers behind Night in the Woods said they were cutting ties with Halauka and canceling an in-development project, among other changes at the studio. So yeah, basically, it pretty much says it all. I think that there were
Dude
like
is
rape
trash.
allegations. Yeah, and like I don't want to get into the whole story. Go ahead and go to polygon.com if you want to read the whole story about what exactly happened. But still, like, it's not cool. Like, sexually assaulting somebody, that's fucked.
There's been a lot of these stories popping up again within the last week here.
Yeah, and I think a lot of like, so first we had the whole movie, Me Too movement, like all the producers and stuff, and now it seems like it's coming more and more towards the gaming industry,
big time,
as of late. So, I mean, good for the Night in the Woods devs for saying like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
this isn't what we want.
Oh yeah, going as far as canceling an in development project like that's a big thing for a studio.
Oh yeah, that like I'm sure that was a tough decision to cancel the whole thing, but good on them for saying like, fuck this guy. We don't support him or pretty much anything he's been doing.
Yeah. No.
Because of these
good for
allegations.
them. Really hope that any other developers that come out, like that they've been abused or anything, hopefully they can get through the time just fine, because you're going to get those assholes that accuse them of making stuff up and everything. Not cool stuff. It sucks to see, but it's good to see people being held accountable for their actions.
Yeah, especially because like I saw a Twitter post earlier, like, think of how hard it was for this Zoe Quinn girl to come out and say this. Like,
right.
She's probably been debating this in her head. She's probably getting so much shit from people who, are accusing her of lying and stuff like that. And like, that's not cool.
No.
So like, I mean, like I don't know. It was probably a tough decision for her to even come out, but I'm glad she did.
Yeah, for sure. Best of luck to her and everyone else that's coming out. All right, let's move on here. We got some people looking back at Modern Warfare 2. This is from Brian Shea of Game Informer. Infinity Ward was divided over Modern Warfare 2's infamous No Russian mission. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 upped the ante in a myriad of ways. But the scene that stuck with many players and certainly got its fair share of media coverage was the controversial No Russian mission. In the stage, players control undercover CIA agent Joseph Allen on a mission to infiltrate a Russian terrorist cell. Unfortunately, part of that requires him to do the unthinkable, shoot up an airport full of innocent civilians. The scene is difficult to play through, and critics and fans alike have questioned whether the sequence is truly necessary to get the point across. While speaking with Infinity Ward, the team let us know that the division over that scene was not limited to outsiders. No Russian polarized the studio, art lead Joel Emsley says. There was a side of the studio that felt it should be played from the perspective of a security guard that got caught up in it. Then there was the other side that liked the way it was going. I remember doing all the civilians for No Russian, and I just wouldn't. There was a point in time where we were discussing how gory we would get with the people who were getting hit. I pulled back and I said, you don't need it. People are getting tagged and their squibs are falling off. It's all good. Emsley eventually made the civilian kills feature more gore after showing it to his wife, who was adamant it was needed. My wife looked at it and she's all like, where's all the blood and guts? And I'm like, we don't need to do it, he says. She called me out. She calls me on my bullshit is what he was saying. It's pretty funny. She looks at things in a different lens. She's a lawyer. She doesn't mess around, but she's a good gut check on stuff. So, yeah, just further evidence that people are very divided on just how far games should go in portraying events kind of like this. What do you think?
Like I can see it both ways. Personally, like, I mean, it kind of put Call of Duty more on the map in the public aspect, not just in the gamer's eyes, if that makes any sense.
This was a story that transcended the game industry.
Exactly. So, like, I could see why they did that, like, kind of marketing-wise, but also I think they could have had the same effect by being, like they said, in the eyes of the security guard who, got caught up in all of it. Like, it wouldn't have been as impactful, sure, like, but I think that it still would have gotten the point across to the gamers, like they were saying. But either way, what's done is done. That was 10 plus years ago now.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Well, I mean, I'm sure that this isn't the last time we see something like this.
No, I'm from everything I've been hearing, we're probably getting something like this in the new Modern Warfare as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. If something like this does happen again, especially in today's climate, I don't know how that's going to go over.
Yeah.
It could go over very, very differently.
It could, for sure.
Last news story we have here is the title reads, Blizzard sues Chinese game company over its Warcraft ripoff. This comes from Nicole Carpenter at Polygon.com. Blizzard Entertainment filed a lawsuit in California on August 16th alleging that Cena Games' free-to-play Glorious Saga is almost entirely copied from the Warcraft games and related products. The World of Warcraft developer is seeking a court order to stop the infringement and maximum damages for the serious and irreparable harm to Blizzard and its business, according to the lawsuit. Specifically, Blizzard is asking for $150,000 per infringed work, as well as attorney's fees and others deemed just and appropriate. This is very interesting. Have you seen this? Like, did you look at the screenshots of the game and stuff?
Well, if you go down the article, they show the icon for it in the App Store, and it's literally World of Warcraft Battle of Azeroth, but flipped. That's all it is.
And then right under that, there's a quote that says, every monster, creature, animal, and vehicle in the infringing game was copied from the Warcraft games, the suit alleges. Weapons, amulets, and other objects were taken straight from the Warcraft games without pretense. Audio cues and sound effects from the Warcraft games were reproduced for the infringing game. I like how they're avoiding saying the game name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it very clearly is a fucking Warcraft ripoff.
Oh, 100%. And Chinese studios do this all the time, especially with Blizzard products. When Overwatch came out, there were probably 5 different games that, like, they literally took the models from Overwatch and just, like, changed the color on them, and that was it. It's China. What are you gonna do? Sue them, obviously, but it happens a lot with big games.
Yep. And with that brings us to the end of the show, John. We're at about an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna skip topic of the show because I can't think of anything.
We'll try and get a topic of the show for next week. But this has been episode 74 of the Pixel Street Podcast. As always, I am Joel Campos. You can follow me on Twitter at Campos63. Check out my Mixer, mixer.com/Campos63 there. And I'm joined with John Hansen. John, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at RevXShadows. You can also look for me on YouTube. Just type in RevXShadows or go to youtube.com/JohnJW92. Like I said earlier, I am currently playing through Control, and I will be writing up a review on that. So be sure to check out my Twitter. I'm also planning on putting up a video going over it. But if you're looking for more of a gameplay kind of thing, you can go to my YouTube and watch my gameplay of Detroit Become Human. Connor, our normal other host, he spent the last few days at the GameStop conference in Nashville, Tennessee. So next week, I know he was saying he wanted to talk a lot about what was shown there, a lot of stuff that should be going public. So look forward to that. If you want to follow him on Twitter, he is at The Real Birch. That's TheRealBrch.
Yeah, definitely look forward to hearing what he has to say next week.
We'll be our topic of the show next week.
Yeah, for sure. Just his experience there, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
for
curious. Sure. We will be right back here next week for episode 75. Bye.
Bye.